Morning to one and all. As we completed the concept of thermal equilibrium, so along with this concept thermal equilibrium, there is a small activity present in your textbook that I am going to explain you today. So before going to learn that, what is mean by the word thermal equilibrium? As I told you, thermal represent heat, equilibrium is the temperature is equal of two systems is equal. Now coming to the exact definition of thermal equilibrium, when two systems are in thermal contact with one another, then there is a transfer of heat energy takes place. Transfer of heat energy takes place from hotter body to the colder body. Hotter body to the colder body. Okay. This transfer of heat energy continues till both of them attains same temperature. When they both attain same temperature, then automatically there is no transfer of heat energy takes place between two substances. This is the concept what we learned about thermal equilibrium. Now for that there is a small activity. In that activity we have to take two glass tumblers. So in that one of the glass tumbler we have to fill it with hot water and the other glass tumbler we have to fill with cold water. Now later we took a laboratory thermometer. So as you know, thermometer means which is an instrument used to measure the temperature of a body. Now why we are using these mercury as a thermometric substance? Thermometric substance means what is present here inside a bulb and what are these parts we are having, so that actually you learn in your 7th class. Of course, once again I will tell you in tomorrow's class. You try to recognize once what are those. Recall why we are using mercury as a thermometric substance. What are the parts present in a thermometer? Okay, now I took a laboratory thermometer. Now keep that thermometer in hot water and what will happen? Obviously, can you tell me? Automatically you can say that the mercury which is present in the glass bulb will rises up. Why it is rising? What is happening concept here? Does the heat transfer takes place from water to thermometer or thermometer to water? When does this mercury line becomes steady without rising? At what temperature it will stop to rise its line? These are concepts that we have to understand in this activity. Now, when I kept the laboratory thermometer in this hot water, then the mercury level will slowly rises up. It will continuously rise. After certain time, it will stop its rising. So, if it stop its rising, means what happened? Once think, the heat energy is transferring from water to the thermometer, not from thermometer to water. Water nundi heat energy thermometer ki transfer avutundi. Okay. So when this transfer takes place, then automatically liquids will expand on heating. Okay. So the liquid present inside this thermometer will starts to expand. Especially for mercury there is a large expanding nature for less temperature also. So that we are using that mercury as a thermometric substance. So automatically this mercury will start its rising. After reaching certain position, certain temperature, it will stop its rising. Means what happened there? There is no transfer of heat energy taking place between hot water and thermometric substance. ఒకసారి మెర్క్యూరీ లైన్ రైజ్ అవుతూ ఉంది. ఎప్పుడు ఆగుతుందండి? ఇంకా హీట్ ఎనర్జీ అనేది వాటర్ నుండి మెర్క్యూరీకి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ జరగట్లేదు అన్నప్పుడు హీట్ ఎనర్జీ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవ్వడం ఆగిపోతుంది. At what time it will stop? when these both the substances attain same temperature. When both are having equal temperature, then as you know that thermal equilibrium means if the systems are in thermal equilibrium, then there is no transfer of heat energy takes place. So when there is no transfer taking place means there is no rise in this mercury level. The mercury level rise అవ్వదు కదండి, heat energy transfer అనేది ఆగిపోతే. So mercury level rise అవ్వదు. Once the mercury line becomes steady, stable, then there is no transfer of heat takes place. The mercury level continuously raises up. Still this water and this mercury attains equal temperature. Means now at present these both the substances are under thermal equilibrium. Now take out the thermometer and put in cold water. Automatically what will happen? The mercury level which is present at here, it starts to fall down. So still what temperature it will fall down? Still both of these attain same temperature. ఈ టూ సబ్స్టాన్సెస్కి సేమ్ టెంపరేచర్ వచ్చేంత వరకు నౌ ఫాలో అవుతూ ఉంటుందండి. నౌ వాట్స్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ హియర్? హియర్ ద హీట్ ఎనర్జీ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఫ్రమ్ water to thermometer, but here the heat energy transferring from thermometer, let mercury to water, mercury to water. Here water to mercury, but here mercury to water I am telling. So that heat energy తగ్గిపోతుంది, దీనిలో నుండి దీనికి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవుతుంది. తగ్గుతుంది అంటే మెర్క్యూరీ లెవెల్ ఏమవుతుంది? తగ్గుతూ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో దిస్ decrement will be happen. Still again these both the substances acquire same temperature. Then again we can say these both the substances are under thermal equilibrium. Okay, so we have to take 2 glass tumblers. This mercury level which is now we have to insert a thermometer in a hot glass tumbler, and then the transfer of heat energy takes place from hot water to the thermometer. Then automatically the mercury which is present in the thermometer will raises up. Take out the thermometer and put it in cold water. Then the mercury level will decrease. This transfer from water to thermometer or from thermometer to water will takes place till both of them attains equal temperature. Then we can say that these both are under thermal equilibrium. Okay, this is the concept that what we completed. Now with one more example I will explain you about this concept of thermal equilibrium. So in that example we have to take some systems, and I kept these systems in thermal contact with one another. So consider the system name as A and B. So in these, one of them is having the temperature of some 50 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius, and another one having some 40 degrees Celsius. Now I kept these both contact to one another. Then obviously you can tell that these both are transferring heat energy from one another. So still what temperature it will transfer? Still both of them attain equal temperature. Means what's happened? How much extra is here? 10 degrees Celsius. So the transfer will take place. Still both of them attains some 45 to 45. So this transfer continuously takes place either from this to that or that to this. Still both of them attain equal temperature. Now I got one more substance named as C in contact with this. Then what will happen? Again the transfer of heat energy takes place from these both to this. These both are sharing to this again. So what is the temperature? What is the total temperature we are having here? 50 plus 40. Total temperature of the system is 90 degrees Celsius. Means each system must contain 30, 30, 30. So that, okay, Now suppose this sea temperature is having some let me consider some 30 degrees Celsius. Suppose you can take as our wish any numbering. So what is the total temperature? 30 plus 90, how much? 120. So the total temperature is 120 Celsius. Now spread this 120 to all the bodies. What will happen? How much it will become? 120 by 3, how much? 40, right? So this transfer of heat energy takes place from one body to another body, another body to maybe from higher energy temperature to the lower temperature body. Means obviously, as you know that what is that average temperature for these all? 40 degrees Celsius. This transfer takes place till all of them attains 40, 40, 40. 40 degrees Celsius అన్ని సిస్టమ్స్కి వచ్చేంత వరకు హీట్ ఎనర్జీ ఒకదాని నుండి ఒక సిస్టమ్ నుండి ఒక సిస్టమ్కి, ఒక సిస్టమ్ నుండి ఒక సిస్టమ్కి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. దిస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ థర్మల్ ఈక్విలిబ్రియం విత్ 3 systems. Okay, as I explained you the definition of heat. Heat is a form of energy and it can transfer from higher energy body to lower energy body, higher temperature body to lower temperature body, like that. Now later along with this here along with this you are having the definitions of heat to temperature, that already what we completed. Temperature is a degree of hotness or coldness of your body, completed. So now coming to the concept of units of this heat and temperature. What is the need of having unit? Unit is a standard that we learned about the units in 9th class also, which is used to measure any quantity. ఏ క్వాంటిటీనైనా సరే మెజర్ చేయాలి అంటే కంపల్సరీ along with that number there is a need of having unit. Suppose the substance present in my hand having some 5 grams of weight, so gram is a unit in that example. So like that unit is compulsory to measure any quantity in our physics. Now here also for temperature and heat there are some units. What are those units? So for temperature there is a word SI. So as we completed in 9th class also, integrated system. So most probably wherever we are using we will use the SI system. So here the temperature SI unit is Kelvin. What is that? Kelvin. The temperature SI unit is Kelvin, and the SI unit of heat is joule. SI unit of heat is joule, and for this it is Kelvin. These both actually scientist names which they have done some experiments based on this thermometry, so that those names kept as the units. So Kelvin is the SI unit for temperature and joule is the SI unit for heat, and there are along with that some more units. So some more units, you know, I think so, some foreign degrees Celsius and some degree Celsius we will get here and there. అక్కడక్కడ లెసన్ లో వస్తూ ఉంటాయండి, 4 degrees అని, degree Celsius, like that. And for heat, the CGS unit for heat is calorie. There are definitions defined in your textbook for the definition of this joule and calorie. How to define this? Joule means is the amount of heat energy. Joule is the unit for heat, right? Joule is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature through 1 degree Celsius. So is defined as a joule. Calorie, amount of heat energy, again amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature through 1 degree Celsius. 1 degree Celsius కి టెంపరేచర్ని పెంచడానికి కావలసిన అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ హీట్ ఎనర్జీనే క్యాలరీగా చెప్పవచ్చు. ఓకే, సో యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ అబౌట్ ద డెఫినేషన్ ఆఫ్ జోల్ ఇన్ యువర్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్. క్యాలరీ డెఫినేషన్ ఈస్ దేర్. సో వన్స్ అగైన్ ఐఎమ్ రిపీటింగ్ యూ, లెర్న్ ఇట్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? ఒక సబ్స్టెన్స్ తీసుకున్నాను, for this substance, the mass should be 1 gram. 1 gram substance mass. We have to raise the temperature of this substance through 1 degree Celsius. Okay. Okay. 1 gram mass ఉన్న substance temperature 1 degree Celsius కి raise చేయడానికి ఎంత హీట్ ఎనర్జీ కావాలి అని చెప్పేదే క్యాలరీ. Calorie is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature through 1 degree Celsius. So in that way we have to define the calorie. Okay. Now along with this there is a small relation. What is that? 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joule. See how like we will write in units of length. Some 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. In the same way there are some small derivations also for this, but you don't have this all. So I am telling you the value in your textbook also is there directly. 1 calorie is equal to how many joules means 4.186 joules. 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules. Okay. So important in the terms of bits. Later you are having how to convert this Celsius to Kelvin, Kelvin to Celsius. So 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. How can you say that means? See, on some scales we can observe that there is a starting from 1 millimeter. On some scales you can observe there is a starting from 1 kilometer. So in the same way here also, and degrees Celsius the value will start from differently, and Kelvin scale the value will start differently. So based on that, here 0 degrees Celsius is equal to the 273 Kelvin. Before I told you, so 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joule. How like 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So like that, here also some values. There is a chance to have some sums for 2 marks in your 10th class. So what are that means? Convert 20 degrees Celsius to Kelvin or Kelvin to Celsius, like that. So I have written here 2 example sums. It may be number, anything. So convert 20 degrees Celsius to Kelvin means what we have to do? 20 degrees Celsius is equal to 20 plus degrees Celsius means how many Kelvin? 273 Kelvin. How much is that value? Do the addition for 273 plus 20. How much? 0 plus 9 plus 2. 293 Kelvin. So 20 degrees Celsius is equal to how much? 293 Kelvin. And now reverse. Convert 500 Kelvin into degrees Celsius. 500 Kelvin is equal to 500. We are converting Kelvin to Celsius. Then we have to do minus 273. How much? 500 minus 273. How much? How much? 10 minus 3, 7. 227. 227 degrees Celsius. See the value in changes like that. So this is the conversion how to do, and this is the class for today. Tomorrow I will explain you what is the difference between temperature and how temperature with kinetic energy. What's happening as raising the temperature with kinetic energy. Okay, bye.